Hello. Hello and welcome. Welcome everybody. I'm very... Ooh, my phone is double. I always keep my phone on because I can see your comments. So I have it right now, right here. So if you want to chat in while we're waiting for people to join, and just chat in where you're joining from, because I know that tonight we have so many people joining from all parts of the world. And I find that always so powerful and exciting, especially when we're doing these kind of healing work, because it's like we're creating this circle of healing energy around the world, and we're connecting even though we can't see each other, but we're completely frequency connecting to each other and creating this kind of halo of healing energies. And if anybody who's already on live right now can let me know if the sound is good. That's always something I want to check before starting anything when I do these things online. So Anne is tuning in from Arizona. Hi Anne. And also, by the way, if you're tuning in for the very first time and you have no idea how to access the chat, there are two ways. So if you're tuning in from your computer, you need to sign in to YouTube and then you can access the chat. Or if you're using your iPhone or your phone, you just have to sign in through the app of YouTube. So if anybody's wondering how the hell, that's how. So Megan is tuning in from Minnesota. Sagarika, hi, joining from Vermont. I'm sorry if I butcher your names. Karen joining from USA, looking forward to this. Oh, me too. The sound is great. Oh, thank you so much for telling me that. Okay, well, keep letting me know where you're coming in from. I'm really, really excited. I'm currently in Austria, but I'm going to be in Italy from next week on. And so welcome to all of you. If this is your very first time joining this sound bath or any sound bath, or joining something that I offer, so you don't have no idea who I am, welcome. My name is Cecilia and I am a sound healer. I'm an energy healer, I'm a chakra healer, I'm a Redikall therapist, but mostly I'm just human. I'm such a human, and I guess I am on a passionate mission to find tools to live a better life, to live a stronger, healthier, more peaceful, more joyful life. And that's really my passion, and everything that I do comes from that deep desire and every time I find a tool that I believe to be powerful in really significantly changing and helping and improving your life, then I go crazy on learning it so that I can share it. And to be honest with you, I suffer from anxiety, and I've suffered from anxiety for many years. And this is actually how I stumbled onto sound healing. And I want to share the story because I want to make you realize that sometimes your biggest obstacles or your biggest difficulties in that moment will turn out to be your greatest gifts. So I think it was 5 years ago, I was in Calcutta, and I was learning the chakra healing method, Redikall therapy method. And one of the days we had a break, and we had this lovely Indian woman come into the room. We were about 30 people, and she shared a sound bath. And I had never in my life before felt that peaceful. Never. Like, my heart was expanding, my body was relaxed, my nervous system was relaxed. I just felt like I was on a cloud. And so when it finished, like, I was crying because I was like, I couldn't remember the last time I felt so peaceful. So I went up to her and I said, I don't know what this is, but I need more of it. How can I have more of this in my life? I had never experienced one before. I'd never seen anybody offering anything like this before. And so she said, as a matter of fact, there is a school here in Calcutta that is the biggest in India. And why don't you come? And so the next day on my break, I went, and I finally decided to get certified on sound healing. And so, yeah, it was one of the most incredible decisions of my life, because this method of healing has transformed me, has gone the way that sound healing works, I'm seeing you guys all chatting in. Oh, Oakland, Los Angeles, this is your first time. Hi Richard, hi Deborah, California. Thomas, I'm so glad you're joining. London, California, LA, London. Oh, so excited, all of you, really. I'm just so grateful to share this portal of energy with you, but I need to not get so sidetracked. So I was talking to you about sound healing. So sound healing is an ancient method. It used to be used in the caves in the Himalayas between India and Nepal. And monks used to use sound healing. They didn't use these bowls. They used the metal bowls. They're made of 7 metals and also gold and silver. And they used those because the frequency would immediately align them and connect them to the sky and to the earth. So grounding them and opening up their crown chakra that creates this energy, this connection, which I'm going to guide you through it later. And it brings you to a higher state. And this higher state is a frequency state. So the way we experience life is through emotions, right? And emotions are nothing else than energy. And energy is frequency. In fact, everything you see around you is made of energy. Why or how? You might tell me like, okay, but it's solid. Energy is fluid, it's invisible. That's true. But if you look at an atom is made of pretty much empty space. And that empty space is energy. So we live in a 3D world, in a physical world, so things feel physical and are very much physical. We are physical. We have a body, physical body. But there's also a whole other layer of world, life forces that we don't see with our eyes. And so then we think they don't exist. And nobody teaches us this in school, and I still wonder why. And this is another passion of mine, to teach this in schools, because if we knew this since when we were kids, we would look at life so differently. Like, we are frequency. And when we're on a high frequency, that's when we experience joy, love, gratitude, creativity, peace, openness, like you want to share. So that's the high frequency. When you're in high frequency, you're connected to the frequency of love. The frequency of love is the same frequency that nature vibrates at, that the sun's rays vibrate at. So it basically connects us to everything around. And the reason we feel so good is because we feel whole. And we were never meant to be individuals, right? We're social beings. We're always meant to feel connected. And sadly, in today's world, we're moving towards less and less connection, more and more disconnection, which then creates more and more depression, diseases. In fact, there was a study done, I think in Oxford, that showed that the number one cure for diseases is community, connection, feeling loved, being a part of a community. So the reason I'm telling you all of this is because if you're here for the first time, I want you to understand what's happening, because I think there are 2 levels for us to really appreciate something. The first is through logic. When your mind is logically understanding something, you feel safe, you feel like, oh, great, let's try it, you're excited. And then there's the subconscious, and the subconscious is the part of the brain that's going to be activated during the sound bath. And I'm going to be guiding you on a visual meditation that is comes from pranic healing, which connects you again, like I was saying, from the sky to the earth. So it creates this channel. Okay, let me see if Oakland, oh my God. I'm very, very happy to have you here with me. If you have any questions, please put them in the chat. Once in a while I look down and I'm happy to answer them. So apart from the sound healing, which is already on its own incredible, today is also a very special day, because it's the spring equinox. The spring equinox is the first day of spring. It's when there is equal light and darkness. So the days and the nights are the most equal of the year. And it's basically shifting energy from a moment of darkness, a moment of rest, of introspection, into light, into joy, into sunlight. And there, I don't know if you felt it, you're all over the world, so of course, with different weathers, you feel it differently. But for me, being in Austria, I really felt it. I felt a shift. Today was warmer, there was more sun, the flowers are blossoming. So I really feel this energy shift, and the way that's shifting in nature, as we're all connected, we are also shifting. So when nature is blooming, we are blooming. When nature is asleep, resting, we are asleep and resting. Why? Because we are like sponges. So we pick up and we tune to the frequency that we're surrounded by. So another reason why today is extra special, apart from the equinox, is that tomorrow is the new moon. And the spring equinox and the new moon are always linked. And the new moon is in Aries. Aries is the first sign of the astrological year. So it marks, technically, in some people, astrology people, count today as the first of the year. Because it's the first day of the first sign, which is Aries. And Aries is a very fun sign. It's fire. So it's, if we're moving from Pisces energy, which was more like dreaming and floating and having fun, now we're moving into Aries, and Aries is doing. It's doing, executing, fire, getting things done, and it can make you kind of feel a little rushed into getting things done. So you have all the portal energy helping you getting things done, but you might get caught up in like no patience, so wanting things to happen really, really quickly. So this is the downside of the Aries season. You might feel like, oh, it's not happening, but actually you're just rushing at like, I don't know, fifth gear. And you're not realizing that things are blossoming, but they take their time, just like nature. There's a beautiful quote that says, nature never rushes, but somehow everything gets accomplished. And it's very true. Nature provides so much abundance and never rushes. So today's themes, you can kind of start seeing them rising, is new beginnings, right? The new moon is a wonderful time to plant seeds of manifestation. And what seeds of manifestations are nothing less than moving dreams into reality. And how do you do that? You do that by getting really clear on what your dream is, being very specific, not being scared of dreaming big, and then finding an action that can start this process. Because we need to link, like what we're doing today, the sky and the earth. So imagination, creativity, dreaming, visions into the 3D earth. And the way to do that is through action, because we're still in 3D world. We're moving there's this whole talk of going into 5D, and there's a big paradigm shift happening in the world. And 2027, it's going to be a completely different shift. However, we're still very much in 3D, and we're still very much in physicalness of the world. So, okay, I'm going to stop blabbing, and this is what we're going to do. I'm going to guide you on a breathing exercise that's going to activate your prana, which is your energy, your chi, right? The energy in your body. We all have this life force. You can call it life force, prana, chi. It lives inside of us. It's what keeps us alive. Okay, we're going to do this exercise, this breathing exercise. We're going to light up our prana energy. And then I'm going to do another exercise to kind of make you feel what the hell I'm talking about, because energy isn't visible. And when we can't see things, we don't believe they exist. As that's just humans, we need proof. So I'm going to try to give you a little bit of proof of this energy that I'm talking about, so that you can feel it, perceive it, and have it more than just as an idea. And then I'm going to ask you to lie down, and I'm going to be guiding you for the first half of the meditation with my voice and the bowls on this visual meditation. And then I'm going to stop talking, and I'm just going to let the bowls take it from there and do their job. So if this is your first time, it's so normal to have thoughts. Or if this is not your first time, I always want to say this, like meditation doesn't mean not having thoughts. And you're going to notice that, my teacher used to tell me, if meditation is taking the stairs, sound healing is taking the elevator. So you're going to feel that what it usually takes your meditation to reach this level of peace, sound healing goes like, and why that happens is because the frequencies vibrate into your cells, and they move them into a neutral state so that they can allow all toxins to be released, both physically, so it's really good after the sound bath to pee. You're going to remove all toxins, actual physical toxins, and also energetic toxins. So you're going to be releasing emotions that could have been clogging some of your energy. So it's completely normal to have thoughts in a sound bath. And if you do, don't worry, just try to refocus on my voice and the sound healing bowls, and just choose to, it's like switch gear. It's like, oh, thought, I'm going to come back. Thought, I'm going to come back. And soon your mind is going to start understanding that you're not interested in the thought, you're interested in this. And so it's going to bring your attention here. And you might feel maybe sometimes a little anxiety, a little emotion. That's normal, because it's emotions are just energy in motion. So it's clearing out, right? It's clearing out and creating space for new, fresh energy to enter your body, and for you to feel cleansed, healed, peaceful. So when or if you feel any tension, or just breathe into it. Use your breath to soften that part, and know that it's flowing. Imagine a river and allow it to flow through you. Allow it to be taken from the body through the vibrations. Oh, okay, Mary is just joining. Hi, Mary. Mary is one of my first ever online subscribers. I am going to talk about this later, but I do have an online studio where you can tune in and do sound baths, short or longer, whenever you want. And Mary is one of my all-time favorite people ever. So Mary, you're so welcome. All right. So go ahead and find a seated position that you're comfortable in, and you are free and welcomed to light a candle, to put an incense, to use essential oils, anything or everything that makes you feel like yummy, you know, like for me, anything that makes me feel like I'm in a spa. It immediately brings down my nervous system. So sit up straight. Like I said, we're going to start with a breathing exercise. It's called the fire of breath. So I'm going to show it to you. You might want to have some tissues ready, because you're going to breathe out from your nose quite fast. So you bring your arms up. Okay, so I'm going to do it. I'm going to show you, but then I'm going to show you my fists. So you bring your hands up like this, and then when you come down, you close your fists and you bring down. So it goes like this. And you breathe out through your nose, okay? It's going to feel weird. It's a weird movement. It feels kind of funny in the nose. But trust me, it's waking up your prana, it's waking up your energy and activating, which is what we want to do to really open up to receive this channel energy of today. So we're going to do this 10 times. We're going to take a break. We're going to do it 10 more times, take a break, and 10 more times, okay? So 3 sets of 10. Okay, so let's begin. You can blow your nose. It's normal if your nose feels a bit sniffly. So up, fist, and down, and breathe out through the nose. Okay, ready? Bring your hands down. Notice how the body is feeling. If there's any tingling, that is energy. Okay, take a deep breath into the belly. Release through the mouth. And we're going to go for another set. Hands up. Close your fists and let's begin. Take a break. Notice how the body feels. Now take a deep breath in through the nose, into the belly. And release through the mouth. And one more time. Ready? Hands up, fists, and let's begin. Notice how you feel. Maybe there's a sense of peace, tingling, maybe a little bit of lightheadedness. Now I welcome you to open your eyes, and I welcome you to do this new exercise. So just press, first rub your hands. Okay, just a little bit, feel the warmth. Then press with your thumb on the center of your hand and on the other side, center of your hand. And now imagine there's this like foam ball in between your hands. So move your hands back and forth and see if you can feel it. Can you feel this resistance, almost like this foam pushing back on your hands? Now get closer to the other hand, pull back. Notice if you can feel it. Okay, open up your eyes again. Let me know in the chat if you felt anything. And we're going to do another one. By the way, what you're feeling, if you're feeling something that, it's something, you don't know really quite want to put into words. Well, the word is energy. You're feeling energy, and there's some exercises that you can activate it. So go ahead and rub your hands again. Okay. Now put the left hand about like maybe, 2 feet from the right. The right pointer finger pointing, and imagine that your pointer finger is a laser beam. Okay? And start moving clockwise. Close your eyes and see if you can feel anything on your left. Now change direction, anti-clockwise. Did you feel anything? And now we're going to go ahead and do it on the other side. Push your thumb in the middle of your hand. Put your right hand opposite your left pointer finger and begin moving clockwise. Imagine your finger is a laser beam. And anti-clockwise. I'm curious to know if you feel it. Let me know in the chat. Say yes if you feel something. I can see. Oh, okay, yeah, you feel it. Yes, I remember when my teacher did this the first time, I was like, what the hell? Is this magic? It's not magic, it's just energy. You can't see it. Some people have the gift of seeing it. I can't, but I can definitely feel it. And if you're sensitive people like me, you are very attuned to this energy. So, right, now go ahead and lie down. Find a comfortable place that you feel cozy. You can put pillows under your knees, under your head. I can see you all tuning in, saying, I feel it. Yes, yes. Yeah, it's magic. It's not magic, but it's magical. So make yourself extremely comfortable. There's no right or wrong way. It's how you feel more comfortable, safe, and able to just release and let go. Yeah, Deborah says, yes, definitely started while breathing. Yeah, that breathing exercise is wonderful. I'll talk to you more about it at the end. Okay, so get in your comfortable position. If you have speakers or headphones, I encourage you to use them. It always enhances the experience as it is virtual. I just want to say this. It's not going to happen, but in case the connection was to cut or get, wobbly, please remain lying down. Don't open your eyes and get up and try to fix your computer or what's happening. Just know that there's a little glitch. It's going to come back, and just really relax into it. Okay, it's important because when we work with energy, we want to allow the energy to come back into our body before stumbling up. Okay, now take a deep breath. Close your eyes. And I want you to begin by thinking, actually. I want you to think. If everything was possible, what would you do? And this allows your brain, your logical brain, to kind of glitch for a second. Like, well, if everything was possible, but it's not. I mean, what do you mean? Just if everything was possible, there was no resource limiting you, no obstacle, what would you want? What would you want to manifest into your life? What would you do differently? What would you change? And allow this part to be, as an observer, no judgment. Just allowing ourselves to open our mind and to dream bigger than we usually do. We're so much more than who we pretend to be. We put up so many limitations on ourselves, when really we are infinite creators and we can create anything and everything. And now think of something that is now your reality, that 10 years ago was only a dream, and maybe an impossible dream. And feel the gratitude filling into your heart, and know that you are already living your dream. It's already happening. Maybe not all parts of your life are the way you want them to be, but there are definitely some other parts that used to be a dream, and now it's your reality. So tuning into the heart and into that feeling of being grateful for how much you've accomplished, for how far you've come. I want you to think of 3 goals, wishes, dreams, however you want to call them, 3 manifestations that on this very special portal day you want to call in. You want to plant into your heart, and you want to release a clear message of a clear manifestation out into the universe. And they could be 3 things that are material, like getting a better job, getting a relationship. Or it could also be a goal of who you want to be, who you want to become. A goal of being a more loving and kind person. A goal of being physically stronger, healthier. A goal of committing to your health and healing journey. So notice what comes to your heart. And any limitation of limiting beliefs that pops up, just tune it down and choose to connect to the infinite possibility instead of lack. So when you have these 3 goals or dreams, you can put them aside for a moment and we'll come back to them. And remember to just come back to my voice anytime you feel distracted. And it's also completely normal to get into a state. I like to call it the miracle zone, where you're not quite awake, but you're not quite sleeping. You're in the middle. You're in the space. And it's also completely normal to fall asleep. In fact, do allow yourself to fall asleep if that's what your body needs. The vibrations will do their work don't resist falling asleep, it's okay. And take a deep breath in your belly, feeling your belly rising and falling like a wave. Relaxing your forehead, relaxing your eyes, allowing them to sink a little deeper in their sockets. Bringing your tongue against your upper teeth, resting on the top of your mouth. Softening the jaw, the ears, the cheeks, your whole face relaxes and releases. Your neck and your shoulders soften and release all in any tension. And allow yourself to be held, truly held, by the earth beneath you. Feel the mattress or the surface beneath you holding you, and know that you can let go. And relax your chest. Allow it to expand and get gently bigger with every breath. Soften. You can visualize your lungs softening, resting, healing. And your upper arms, your elbows, your lower arms becoming heavier, resting alongside your body. And notice how your body looks from the inside. Sometimes there's some parts that feel longer and others feel shorter. Maybe you can see colors in different parts of your body. Relax your palms and every finger of your left hand and every finger of your right hand. Moving down, relaxing your diaphragm, your stomach, your belly, and feel your spinal cord resting. There's no need to support you right now. Your spinal cord can take a break. Your hips become heavier and they soften and they release, letting go of any tension, any heaviness. And you can even imagine that when you release, when you let go, all the tension releases from your body like a dark smoke. Like a beautiful dark smoke that leaves your body with all or any tension. Moving down your upper legs, your knees, shins, your calves, your ankles, your left foot and right foot, and all your toes. And now from the crown of your head, the very, very top of your head, imagine this golden warm white light coming down from the sky and entering you like a beautiful golden liquid light moving down through every vein, every cell, every muscle, washing away all fears, doubts, like a river cleansing and washing over you. And it moves all the way through you and around you and back down into the earth. There's this beautiful waterfall of light, liquid light, washing, cleansing, healing, connecting the sky's energy all the way down through your body, through your feet and out into the earth, feeling this channel activating of energy through you, becoming a channel of frequency, allowing your body to be an instrument that gets healed through frequency and goes back to its original state of balance, completely aligned. And now bring your attention to your heart and imagine this beautiful pink light, like a cloud growing from inside your heart, becoming bigger and bigger and brighter. And it begins to shine this light through every cell of your body. And as your heart heals, it grows, it softens and becomes bigger. And this beautiful light grows and softens and fills your whole body with the frequency of love. And think of someone that you are eternally grateful for, someone you love deeply, and imagine their head resting on your chest and infuse them with infinite love and gratitude. And as you infuse them, you can feel your heart expanding and the light becoming brighter and bigger. And now think of a second person that you're grateful for, that you love, and imagine their head resting on your chest and infuse them with this loving, powerful, healing energy of gratitude and love. And this pink night is now all around you. You're soaking like a sponge in the frequency of love and gratitude. And in this space, in this state, I want you to recall your 3 goals and imagine that one by one you plant them as seeds into your heart space, into this beautiful pink glowing light, a fertile ground of dreams and visions to manifest, and planting them in gratitude. It's the absolute absolute strongest compost. So imagine that one by one you take out the seeds and you plant them in your heart. And you don't care how they're going to happen, because that's where the universe is going to come in. All you focus on is how it would feel when they're going to actually happen. How is that going to make you feel? And focus on the feeling rather than the action. And allow that feeling to fill you. If you're able to visualize yourself already having achieved or manifested that goal, maybe as an image, a color, a moving video, like a movie, however your subconscious talks to you. And now move to the second seed, the second goal. And plant it in this beautiful, powerful pink light. And visualize yourself having already manifested, achieved, or accomplished whatever it is that you're planting. How does it feel? And now imagine the golden, beautiful light coming from the sky, the universe, and it comes all the way down through the crown of your head and waters your seed. Waters your seeds with a light of infinite potential and creation. Waterfall of strength, creation, power, watering your seeds. And now you surrender them to the universe and you say thank you. Thank you, I love you. And I know that you're always working in my favor. And I know that only good is yet to come. And I thank you. I love you. We call in our healing guides, healing masters, healing angels, and ask them to bless our manifestation, our seeds, and thank them for helping you, to guide you, mirror, there's a big door, a beautiful, magnificent door, and you make your way towards this beautiful door. And the closer you get, the bigger it is. And you can see that it's made of flowers. And the closer you get, you can see that there are butterflies and birds. And there's a tiny little handle, golden handle. And you put your hand on it and you open the door. And the door opens this new chapter into spring. And what you see is the most magnificent, beautiful abundance you have ever seen in your life. Take a deep breath in through the nose and into your belly, filling up your whole body with oxygen. Every little cell and corner. Notice if your body feels like there's more space. It feels bigger, softer. And imagine that from your heart there's a golden thread. There's a golden thread that connects you with every single person on this call. Tuning in at the same time. Nothing is a coincidence. There's always a purpose. There's a reason why you're here. And through this golden light, golden thread, send your blessings to each other. Send the intention of all their dreams, visions, manifestations to come to life, to blossom in this season. And the reason why I'm connecting you all is because community, energy that comes together, expands and becomes fuel. So wishing everyone else what comes back to you tenfold, and wishing for yourself. Connect to this frequency. Infinite possibilities. And slowly you may want to bring some motion to your fingers and your toes. Wiggle them. Begin moving your hands, your feet. You may want to stretch your arms over your head. Stretch your arms and wake up your back. Feel how good it feels to slowly come back, calling all your energy back, your energy that's been flying away into some other realm comes back to your physical body. You're whole within all your energies. You're cleansed, you're cleared, and you've been recharged. You have shed all the winter heaviness and are now ready to step into the light. Notice how that feels within you. And following what your body's asking for, taking your time, there's no rush at all. You may want to turn to one side, keeping your eyes closed. And when you feel ready, taking your own time and space, listening to the body. You may come back to a seated position if you so feel called. If you feel called to remain in your cocoon, you're so free to do that. Just really listen, tune in. For those of you who are back, open your eyes, welcome back. I would love to know how your journey was. If you feel called to sharing it in the chat, or if you don't, there's no need to. And just know that a sound bath is a very powerful energetic experience. Just like the energy we felt in the beginning, imagine that multiplied by 1,000 and have that cleanse your whole system. Again, if you have any questions, please do ask. I often get asked the question, how often should I have a sound bath? And is it more preventative or is it more curative? So these are great questions because, in my opinion, having a sound bath once a week is perfect. Of course, I have them more often. I like to fall asleep listening to sound baths because they go and entrain my brain waves. And so I know that I'm resting my mind while I sleep. How many of you feel that when you wake up, you haven't rested? Your mind hasn't rested. You're kind of foggy and unclear because you haven't managed to unplug all your thoughts. So sound bath before sleeping really helps with that. So I listen to sound baths maybe 3 times a week to fall asleep. And then I usually do one in the afternoon when I'm feeling stressed. And is it preventative or curative? Well, both. But of course, as humans, we tend to drag things along until they become dangerous and a big problem appears, and then we commit, right? So I always say it's better to use it as a preventative method. It keeps your energy healthy. And of course, to be healthy as a human, there are different layers. We have our physical body, which needs good nutrition, good water, sunlight. And then we have our energy body, which also needs to be cleansed, and we forget about that one because we don't see it. But the more you cleanse your energy, the more energy you are going to have. You're going to notice tonight, if it's your first time, you might feel really tired. But if you've done this a couple of times, you feel energized. You feel like you've plugged your body into a battery. So I always suggest once a week. Once a week, 20 minutes, half an hour, 1 hour, keeps you just healthy on an energetic level. Then of course it's up to you how you eat, how you exercise. But just always remember that being healthy is not just being fit or eating well. It's also mental health, right? And energetic health. These are all parts of living a vibrant, full life. Okay, I'm just gonna look at your messages. I see some coming in. Lisa Thompson, I'm so happy you enjoyed it. Maria, that felt amazing. This was my first sound bath and I'm so captivated. Oh yes, I remember the first time I felt it. I was just like, oh my God, what is this? Because it somehow, for me, it felt like home. It felt like it connected me to a place that felt like home, like my soul knew that place, that sensation, right? Janine, I feel I have released a lot of negative energy and feel more relaxed and realigned. Yes, I'm so happy. Anne, thank you. This was an amazing journey. Hi, Anne. Kate, ciao, Chichi, thank you so much. It was such a beautiful meditation. Ciao, Kate. Kate is my beautiful, wonderful, magnificent cousin. And Deidra, I hope that's how you pronounce it. Enjoy that. Thank you. I had envisioned a door with vines and flowers before you even said it. Oh, yes, this is the power of when we do this live in a circle. It's crazy the amount of, and then we do a lot of sharing when it's live and drawing, and it's beautiful. Most people feel similar things. They saw similar things, saw similar colors, even if I said nothing about them. It's wild. Katya unfortunately was disturbed and switched out of the zone, by my siblings entering the room. Yeah. Well, Katya, you can always listen to the recording. And any advice on how to deal with this? Yes. So we all live in a household. Well, it can happen with other people. I have the same problem. I need a lot of space, a lot of silence. And when I'm in the house with other people, it's a problem. Right now, luckily, I'm alone. I try to be alone because of this. So my advice is make it very clear. Tell everybody, please, for the next hour or so, I'm doing this and it's really helping me with my mental health, with my physical health, with my energy. And just if you can avoid playing music or doing nothing, they don't have to be like whispering, but just anything that is loud. That's one way to go about it. Inviting them is another way, just being like, hey, just try it once, see how it is. And a third way is just putting headphones, like noise cancelling headphones. If that's, sometimes it's the only way. So Kat is talking about something very powerful. Interruption, which is what I mentioned earlier. When you're in that state, okay, you enter that state, miracle zone, the zone state, where you're completely, your body is like jello, okay? It's like completely relaxed and your mind is entrained. You're not in a vulnerable state. I wouldn't say that. You're actually in a very powerful state, but you're vulnerable because your physical body needs to reintegrate the energies before waking up. So you might get distracted. The important thing is that you don't get up and maybe say like, what are you doing? So just maybe notice the noise, feel maybe like you got jerked out of it. It's not the best, I know, but then be like, I forgive them. I go back into my zone. So just allow your body to like your mind to forgive, immediately go into gratitude, and that's going to take you back into the zone. Lisa, Kate, let me know if I answered, if you have any more questions. Lisa says, I would have had a babysitter about 2 years after I was born, but was stillborn. Oh, I've always felt that loss very deeply and found myself processing that grief during the session. Wow, Lisa, that's so powerful. And a lot of the things that we hide, we store, right? Our physical body, there's a beautiful book that's called The Body Stored This. It talks about that on a scientific level. I'm going to send you an email with all of you with the name of the book. But it talks about how the body stores trauma, memories, emotions. What sound baths do, they open up that storage. You don't have to do anything, you just have to relax. So, Lisa, we're all sending you our love so deeply, and allow the emotions that you're experiencing, even if they're difficult, to flow, because that's how they're going to be released. The reason you're feeling them is because they're ready to be released. That doesn't mean that whatever happened is okay. That doesn't mean that you're going to forget it. It just means that you're liberating your emotional body from stagnation, from contraction. So it's just going to make you feel better and lighter. Okay? I'm sending you really so much love. Melanie, thank you. I feel lighter and energetic. It was amazing. Karen, and at the end I felt so free during the last higher frequency. Yeah, Karen, I'm happy you said that. At the end, I have different bowls here. This is the chakra, the grounding, so root chakra, and these are like more high, so they're hard, the throat and the third eye. At the end, I use these to bring you up into higher frequencies. I'm glad you felt that. Kata says, thank you, you're so welcome. Queen, the body keeps score, I think. Yes, the body keeps the score. Is it? Yeah. Thank you. I think that is the book I'm talking about. Yes, thank you so much. It's such a wonderful book. And Body Keeps the Score, yeah. The book you're referring to, Body Keeps the Score. Oh, you guys all know it. I had a physical release in my muscles, including twitching. Yeah, okay, twitching, great. I'm glad you brought that up. Twitching is a sign of release, right? Imagine a muscle that's been contracted and gets released. It like twitches. You know, how many of you, when you fall asleep, you twitch? I don't know if I do. I don't think I do, but my boyfriend does, and he's very big, and when he twitches, it's really scary when we're watching a movie. And I laugh because I know it's just all the tension he keeps in his body. It's just getting released. And the more sound baths you do, the less you're going to twitch. You're going to notice that you're going to twitch in the beginning because the first sound baths, you're like cleansing all this dirt, okay, that you had since years. And the more regular you become, if Mary Gratch is still here, she, I'm sure, can talk about this. She's been doing sound baths every week since I think November, and she shared with me how different she feels physically, like how much stronger, it's easier to sleep. So it's really like, I want to share with you a little parenthesis. I did this course over the weekend, And they were talking about sales, okay? Business sales. And the minute they said, I was like, oh my God, I hate sales. But then they said something really interesting. It was more like a spiritual course. And they said, sales are only, you're doing a disservice if you're not selling something that you truly believe in, because you could be helping people. And the way that they know about it is by you selling it. So I always feel awkward at this point where I'm like telling you how good sound baths are, but I really mean it. Like I mean it, like the intense, I don't know, like my whole health, my anxiety, my stress, my ability to be creative, my ability to love and to not react to situations, but to feel them and walk into a response. So if you enjoyed tonight and you would like, I'm going to send you an email with all of this, but I do sound healing just like this every Sunday so that you can release the week and enter into new week feeling fresh, feeling energized, all these feelings that we're experiencing. And it kind of resets your energy every weekly. So you're completely cleared and clean energetically, which makes such a difference on your mental health, your emotional health. And remember that you don't experience life through your eyes. You experience life through your emotion. A situation that for me is awful, makes me cry. It's a situation that for you is joyful because of associations and beliefs. So what this does is like, it kind of like just gently eases all of the tensions of emotion so that you go through life feeling more peaceful, just more joyful. Another way, by the way, to connect is, so every sound bath is $33, but I have a membership that with $66, so you pay only $2 and not $4, you have a whole portal on my website where you have all of these are all saved. So you have lifetime access, but you also have shorter ones and morning meditations. And they're a mix between sound healing and hypnotic reprogramming of the subconscious, which is part of my work as well. I work with chakras, and this method connects your chakra system, so your energy body, with your subconscious, which is basically the pilot of our ship. And so I have lots of meditations there that reprogram your subconscious, and they're really good for manifesting and removing limiting beliefs. And so if I see some of you signing out, feel free if you would need to go. Just remember, one thing is really important: drink lots of water, like at least half a liter after, or if you can, a liter. But I'm not such a drinker, so it's hard for me. But drink a lot of water after sound healing, because it takes out everything you've moved. Otherwise, you feel tired, and your toxins don't get released. So Maria, I really felt an energy when you asked us to bring in people we love. Yeah, that's the gratitude. Felt it in my stomach. It was a beautiful moment. Yeah, so that's beautiful you say that. Gratitude is the single most powerful emotion, because when you feel it, you cannot feel fear or anger. Fear and anger are basically the two emotions that destroy us. They're useless and they destroy us. And gratitude is way above them. So if you're in gratitude, fear and anger don't exist. And yeah, that's why you must have heard all this wellness. They all talk about this gratitude. It's because of this. It's because it puts you in a state where you're kind of like you're shielded off from anything that could disturb your way you're feeling, your state. So Lisa, yes, have rheumatology, I hope that's correct, arthritis, fibro, Hashimoto's, stored pain needing to be given birth to. Yeah, a lot of these diseases are essentially stored energy. So imagine, I want to make a very good analogy for you so you understand it. Imagine that you're like a sponge, and so whatever is around you, the other people's energies, places, situations, you take it all in, you absorb it, right? And what sound healing does, imagine that once a week you take that sponge, you squeeze out all that black water that you've been collecting over all the week, and it's again placed in a basket, in a bassinet of clear water, clear pure water. And at the end of the week, this clear water becomes brown, black, all the pollution, emotional pollution. So you clear it out and you put it into fresh water. That's how I envision having sound baths weekly. You literally put your whole body, your sponge, into a crystal clear, fresh water. So Richard, I'm exhausted, must have fallen asleep. The vibrations were very powerful. Your concepts are so deeply powerful. Oh, Richard, yes, if you fall asleep, it means your body was exhausted. And so now feel free to take a nap if you can, and just really take it easy today, because if it is your first time, your body is like, it's like, whoa, what's happening? I haven't felt this much energy flowing through me in so long, because we're very good at blocking it. Deborah, you're so very welcome. Ayola, thank you so much. Oh, you guys you're so welcome. I'm so grateful to have entered this new season of the year together. And I think connection, frequency, gratitude, vibrations are all key to health. And again, I don't mean the health that the media portrays. That's not health. Real health is community, connection, love, joy, sharing, cleansing. That's real health. And yes, of course, eating healthy, exercising, it's all part of it. But mental health and energy health are not spoken about enough. And so we all struggle with mental health. We all struggle with energetic health. And sound healing has been the key to help it for me. So maybe it is for you too. My cats also enjoyed. Yes, I'm preparing right now a whole packet for animals, because animals feel emotions, especially dogs. Cats also, but dogs are so, when they hear this, they're like, yeah. So it's also really healthy for animals. Okay, you guys, if anybody has questions, please do write. Otherwise, I love you all so much, really so much. And walk into this new chapter radiating love. The more love you give, the more you're going to receive. Remember, if there's anything you want more of, give it, and it's going to come back to you, because that's frequency. We live in this frequency world. And if you have really vivid dreams tonight, or if you feel like, it's because you've activated your energies, you've activated your crown chakra, you've activated the connection to the universe. So you might be getting downloads, messages, vivid dreams. You might in the shower be like, oh, that's what I need to do. Those kind of realizations is because you're tuning your intuition, your energy. It's like a muscle, right? You go to the gym. If you go to the gym once and you're like, oh, it's not really working, you're like, yeah, no shit, it's not working, right? You need to practice every day to see results. The same is with with energy, excuse me. If you do it once, great, good feeling. But if you consistently do it, then you're really gonna tune that. So, yeah. Oh yeah, even the puppies. Yeah. Oh my God. Also, tip, if you have babies, okay, if you're a young mother, you have babies that cry, sound healing. I swear to you, they stop crying. They just fall asleep. Puppies that are whining all night and you don't know what to do, they're super noisy, sound healing. I'm telling you, it's the key for little things, big things as well, but little things to fall asleep. They just... So, okay. I love you. And if you want, you can journal about what you felt tonight and put down in writing your goals and how you feel when you already feel like you've achieved them. Remember, anything is possible in this universe. You have to be persistent and keep going. Okay, I'm gonna sign out now. Thank you for everybody who's still here with me. I really, really love you and appreciate you. Have a beautiful, beautiful week ahead.